Hello and welcome to this video. In this one, I'm super excited to share with you 3 inexpensive, natural, and really effective ways of stopping hair loss. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. My name is Tumi. I'm a medical doctor now of 20 plus years. I'm also a dancer and a poet, and I love integrating my poetry, dance performance, and my holistic health expertise together to create videos and content that helps you create your best and most delicious life. Alopecia, hair loss, is something that is so common, and I get so many questions about it. It's something that can seem like it's just something superficial to not worry about, but when you lose your hair, it can be scary and it can be damaging to your sense of self-esteem and confidence. So it's not a small thing. And I'm really excited to offer here 3 things again that you can start implementing today that can make a difference. I really believe as a holistic physician, and what I've seen work in my work with patients and clients is really addressing the underlying cause of hair loss in the first place. Now, I want to say something. My training is in internal medicine. That's what I'm board certified in and did my residency in. But I did additional training in dermatologic diagnosis. And throughout these 20 years, I've had people come to me personally and professionally for support around hair health. My own personal journey around hair has been a lot, and I'll just share in this video that hair thinning and hair breakage was something I really suffered with. And it wasn't until I did point number 3 that I'll talk about in this video that I saw significant improvement in my hair loss. So I'm not just talking as a doctor, I'm talking as a human being who has suffered with the fear and embarrassment of hair loss. Strategy number 1, hair massage, specifically a scalp massage. Now before you roll your eyes and think, oh, this is not going to do anything for me, I want to tell you that there was a 2019 study, and it showed that actually I think it was actually just 4 minutes. I'll leave the link to all the studies I talk about in the description box below. 4 minutes of a scalp massage every day showed significant help with hair growth, regrowth, after 24 weeks. It really makes a difference, and I've seen it make a difference in my own life, in my hair vitality and vibrancy. My hair is thicker and stronger in my mid-40s than it was when I was in my early 20s. And massage is something I do on the regular. In this study, they were doing it daily, and it's something I recommend to my patients and clients who are struggling with alopecia. Strategy number 2 is taking strategy number 1 to the next level. And what I mean by that is number 2's tip is rosemary oil. Now you may have heard about this a lot, either from friends or acquaintances who talk about it for hair growth. But it's not just anecdotal. There are studies. Now the studies are limited. There are studies showing other things, more commercial things, to be effective with hair growth. But what I love about rosemary is that it works if you are consistent. Rosemary is a powerful antioxidant, antibacterial, and it actually helps with the circulation in the capillaries, the small tiny vessels in your scalp, and it therefore stimulates hair growth this way. Rosemary oil has been used with success to treat androgenetic alopecia, one of the most common, arguably the most common cause for alopecia. There was actually a study done which put a head-to-head trial between rosemary oil and minoxidil. One of the brand names for minoxidil is Rogaine, so you may know that. And both of them, when they were checking people for using rosemary versus minoxidil, they found that after 6 months of using this, both of them, both the rosemary oil guys and the minoxidil people, they had significant increase in their hair count, a regrowth of their hair, with rosemary oil and minoxidil after 6 months. Now I want to say something that's super interesting about this study. After 3 months, neither those who were doing Rogaine, minoxidil, nor those with rosemary oil had significant change in their hair. And this brings up an important point. Consistency and persistence are so important. I have people who try rosemary for 2 weeks and are like, it doesn't work for me. You have to do it consistently and persistently for a good amount of time. Same thing with the massage. 24 weeks was the study before they saw a difference. So that's 6 months. You have to do these things and be patient. And for me, on a side note, I believe that when you're massaging yourself, massaging your scalp, it's also a practice of self-love and self-acceptance. And so it goes beyond just your hair coming back. It's a way of giving yourself, carving out the time, the 4 or 5 minutes to say, I'm worthy of my own touch. I'm worthy to give myself this love. It's a self-care practice that is extremely powerful and is something that often heals a wound that's part of alopecia. Strategy number 3, nutrition. Those of you who know me are probably not surprised by this one. Food is thy medicine, and it's a foundation of a lot of the work I do with my patients and clients. What we put in our mouths, our food, is so vital in our healing process, and it's no different for hair loss. Making sure you're getting sufficient levels of iron and zinc and biotin and antioxidants is extremely helpful for healing hair loss. And that was the one that really helped me when I started seeing a lot of breakage and thinning, was when I shifted my diet from a pescatarian one to a plant foods one that was whole foods based. It was miraculous, and my hair really livened up. And so nutrition cannot be ignored in this conversation. And what I want to say about this specifically, without going too deep, and I will be going deep, and I'll talk about that in a second, in my upcoming healing poem dance course called Crown, a poem dance course to help heal and love your crown. What I want to say for this video is that it's not just important to get sufficient levels of the zinc and iron and biotin. It is extremely important that you're not shooting yourself in the foot, so to speak, by then eating foods that cause inflammation. All the iron in the world is not going to make a difference if you're then eating pro-inflammatory foods and you're not able to absorb that iron. I had that experience. As a pescatarian, I was anemic for years, and I was eating lots of high protein, high iron animal foods. It wasn't until I actually changed my diet, because those foods were causing inflammation at the gut level, and started eating whole plant foods, in my case living foods, that my anemia resolved. No need for any supplements, no anemia in 12 years on this diet. That's just an example. My point with it is that it's not just important you taking these nutrients from food and or supplements, it's how well you absorb them in the gut. So looking at that is really key. There was a great study done on pumpkin seed oil, looking at men with androgenic alopecia, the most common cause of alopecia in men, and they found that pumpkin seed oil helped to cause hair regrowth. And the reason we believe that is pumpkin seeds are high in zinc, which helps with hair growth, but also they are hormonally balancing. They actually decrease DHT in the system, and DHT is something that can cause baldness. So by inhibiting DHT, they promote hair growth. And so pumpkin seed oil, in a journal study, I think it's been more than one now, has been shown to help hair regrowth. And so pumpkin seeds, wonderful, something that I often recommend. But again, I also recommend make sure you absorb them well by soaking them, maybe even sprouting them before you eat them, and just making sure your diet is healthy overall. I will be going into more detail about these solutions, natural solutions for alopecia, plus many more other natural solutions, and that are also inexpensive for reversing or healing hair loss, in my upcoming healing dance and course called Crown. And one thing about Crown I want to say, and just in general, is that it's always important to look at the underlying cause for hair loss. The 3 solutions I gave you in this video would work basically across the board, but even more efficacious to see is to ask yourself, why is this happening in the first place? Is this happening because of hormonal imbalance? Is this happening because of a medication or supplement I'm taking? Is this happening because of something called telogen effluvium, or stress, or damage to my hair that I've been doing? There are other causes that I will go over in my upcoming course, Crown. Crown is my signature. It shows my signature style of having a poem dance in which you take in my dance performance as medicine. You don't have to dance, and my poetry. And that is paired with lectures from me to help you, really simple lectures, but effective lectures with holistic, practical solutions for things around the hair, solutions around hair and scalp issues. I'll be talking about alopecia, but I'll also be talking about scalp conditions. I'll be talking about also just self-love around the crown, postpartum hair loss, lots of things. So if you're at all interested in that, then please check out the description box below. There is a pre-registration link available. If you pre-register before August 21st, that's the deadline, and you're one of the first 100 people to do so, you get access to a free group Zoom call with me where I answer your questions. Again, that deadline is August 21st, and you have to be one of the first 100 people to sign up. So go ahead and click in the description box below if you're interested. And after August 21st, Crown is available to all. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you found something here of benefit to you. Let me know in the comments below if there's something around the hair and the scalp you're wanting to have answered by me, and I will make sure I answer that in Crown as much as I can. Definitely give it a thumbs up, this video, if you enjoyed it, and share it with anyone that you think might benefit. It really helps the channel to grow and bring people to hopefully work that can be healing to them. I send you so much love wherever in the world you are. Take care.